What's up, YouTube? RC Bustin' Out over here with a slightly different video today. Never really did a video concerning the Traxxas Bandit that I got for my kids on Christmas, and just wanted to cover a few things about these cars that I found a little interesting. The difference between the Rustler and the Bandit, even though they share the same chassis, there's a few differences, and I just wanted to touch up on that as I try to repair. Now the rear shock, kid blew the front shock on this side and bent the crap out of this guy. I wasn't here when he did this. He was riding with his mom, but must have whacked something really good to actually bend the back one. I mean, I've done this to my Rustler with the front shock, because it's usually first thing you hit is the front of the car, but not sure how he did that. Must have just probably hit and swung around and whacked the rear side as well. This is the one actually for my little one of the two boys, and I actually wound up upgrading his to a brushless system. I put my old quick run ESC 60 amp ESC with some with the, what was this guy, with this V3 Hobby Surpass brushless motor, tunable with tunable timing. And I don't even have this guy maxed out right now, the timing. I don't have it maxed out, if I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have it set to like 17. Well, I did have the timing advanced a little bit, but on the actual ESC, the punch level and all that, it's not fully maxed out. I'd had to put some new tires. I bought some Anacondas for him because he tore up the stock tires. They were little studded tires. Those things were bald as a drag racing car. There was nothing left to them. Because he likes to do donuts, and you know what? Can't blame the kid. Donuts on the asphalt is kind of fun, or even on the dirt. But now that I've done that, I've actually clocked this guy to about 42 miles an hour. Yeah, 42 miles an hour with the current configuration that I have. Major differences. Well, first of all, tires. You have some thinner tires in the front, and even these tires in the back, even the original studded, are smaller. And so are these. These are actually the Anacondas for the Bandit, but they're smaller wheels than the Rustler. Shocks are the same. Chassis is the same. Receivers, servo, that's all the same. The stock XL5, this came with an XL5 brushed motor, Titan XL5 ESC, and the Titan 12, the T12 motor, that's all the same. What I did notice, the arms. These arms are actually shorter. The tie rod arms than the Rustler. My other kid on his other Bandit had busted one of them on the back, and I tried to swap it out with one of the ones that I have from my Rustler, since I put adjustable ones on mine, and they wouldn't fit. I'm like, oh, I guess they're different length. They're much shorter. The other difference is there's no hex on these wheels. There's just a pin, and the hex is all like, it's built in. It's just a little groove for the pass-through pin to engage on the actual wheel. So there is no hex adapter on these axles. And I think that was about the major difference. Everything else that I can see was all the same. The A-arms might actually be a little bit different. Actually, I still have A-arms here from my original, the original A-arms from my Rustler. And I think, yeah, I think these are much shorter. Yeah, way shorter. So you have some much shorter A-arms on the Bandit. So can't really change these out for the old ones. And let's see, these were the front ones. Actually, the front ones seem to be exactly the same, interestingly. So, yeah, they're about the same. A little bit different, but where they engage with the tires a little off, but a little different too. So the A-arms are different on both sides, and I think that was the brunt of the major differences. Everything else is all the same. So, and when you, of course, your drive shafts, I'm pretty sure that then these must be different as well, considering that you have shorter A-arms. So could we possibly convert this into a Rustler if we want? Absolutely, but there's going to have to be some minor changes that we have to make. A-arms, camber links, and drive shafts. Those would all have to change. And the tires would have to go to hex. Probably types of tires. Maybe the front you might be able to get away with the same, since it's just a pin that goes through, but the back you'll definitely have to change over then to hex system. There's a little bit of work involved if we ever wanted to convert one of these, for anybody who's curious of converting one of these into a Rustler. But let me tell you, I was really impressed, considering that this is probably their cheaper model. These you can pick up without any charger or anything, just a base car for $149. The Rustler base was $159, but this handles really, really nice. I mean, without modifying the shocks right out of the box, I can be traveling at full speed ahead and make a turn right on the dime without it flipping over. I couldn't do that with the Rustler. On the Rustler, I actually had to use spacers and size to reduce the height of the car a little bit, and then the rollovers wasn't an issue anymore on the Rustler. So it's really fun to drive. The thing, even stock, comes with a very nice peppy gear ratio. Can't remember off the bat exactly what the gear ratio was, but it's nice torque geared. Not so much for high speed, but more torque gear, so the thing picks off and goes really quick, and even wheelies right out of the box. But it's a really fun guy to drive, and I was even thinking about maybe getting me one to just bash around. I'm still on the fence on that, and because I'm also thinking of potentially going nitro finally. I need a little bit something that's more challenging. I like a challenge. So just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Bandit. So right now I have my guy over here. After the last video that I made for this test drive on the high school parking lot, I lost one of the tires. The little center post came out, and I'm trying to see if I can just buy that piece alone, because I hate to buy all the hub adapters for all four wheels if it's just that one part that's missing. And I found some different length that will fit, but not one that's the same length as the post that I have here, which is a 14 millimeter. It's a M4 by 5 millimeter by 14 millimeter post screw. And I did also notice after I did that run that my clutch was slipping pretty bad, and the nut on my clutch had come loose. And I knew it was riding kind of funny, and it wasn't riding as quick as she should have been, even though it appears to be going pretty fast. I was probably doing about 40-45 miles an hour, but I can feel or hear that it sounded a little bit weird, even though she was going. And when I went to check the clutch, the nut was actually very loose by quite a few turns. So once I tightened it up back again and loosened it up to about half a turn to 3/4 of a turn, the freaking thing took off like a bat out of hell too. So it was even more sensitive. But that was another issue that I ran into. So I'm gonna have to find either find that missing post, see if I can buy one, or replace the all 4 hub adapters for the GRP tires so I can get her back up and running again, which I really don't want to do. But that's it, guys. I'll keep you posted when I get her fixed, and I'll probably take this one out for a little run too and do a video so you guys can see what the Bandit, how that handles. And I really like these Anaconda tires. They got really nice, good grip. We'll see how long they last, because the other guys, the kid just balded them like in no time. It's like it took them no time to just make them turn them into slicks. So we'll see how long these guys last. Another detail I noticed too on this guy, I don't know if they don't just come glued, but once I put the brushless motor on this puppy, actually both cars, one with the brushless and one stock, they both started slipping off the wheel. They weren't glued, so I'm gonna probably go ahead and glue these today as well so that they don't come off. So that's about it. All right, guys, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please leave them down below and I will get back to you. And have a blessed week. Ciao.